toughest strongman in history, right here.
It's not a beauty contest. This is strongman. Have to be alive if you can't do that thing. And away we go!
Hello and welcome to the Giants Live podcast. As always, joined by Mr. Darren Sadler, and we're lucky enough to be joined by Mr. Evans Nana.
Yeah.
So, Evans, we're a few days out from Glasgow. You've been over here for a couple of weeks, practicing on all the equipment, getting yourself ready for the show. You decided to come over and really sort of put some focus into getting ready for this one. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very healthy. I mean, it's a big privilege to be out here with both of you. Two legends, of course, the big boss himself. And
thanks, mate.
Big man Terry. It's been really life-changing because I'm still getting to believe in myself, you know, and I just have to put everything together on the day, the Saturday.
Yeah.
I think every time you've competed for us, you've improved a bit from the last time, which is important. And sometimes it's difficult to see improvements in yourself because you're looking for them week to week. But I think every time you come back to us, we've always seen a big improvement. And you've had, you've had better placings. I mean, your last one, were you fifth in the last show you did?
Yeah, I came fifth last year.
Yeah, which is a great, if you look at the lineup, that was a hell of a lineup to come fifth in, which obviously got you to World's Strongest Man, really.
To be fair, Glasgow is a very special place for me.
Yeah.
It's like where things began. It was in Cardiff, then Glasgow.
Yeah.
I injured myself 2 years ago. Coming back, I felt like I had to give the people something. So coming fifth really meant so much, and this year I'm coming for the podium spot.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think you've got every chance. I think that natural progression that you've been doing, I think that's the way you're heading, and you've had the rest and the sort of the confidence now to do it.
I mean, I think I've seen you compete a few times. I was really impressed when you come over to Cardiff. Was that your first Giants Live?
Cardiff was my first.
Yeah, I thought you was like really come out of the blocks well. You started great, and you've got a lot of potential. Obviously, we can all see that. You're still a young guy as well. But I think one thing I have noticed since you've been over here training, you don't quite believe in yourself yet, and you don't realise how much talent you've got. I think that's one thing that I've really noticed from your training and stuff.
I mean, growing up, I never did any sports, had to study. So this is one of my first time doing sports, and competitiveness is something I've really struggled with. I'm still getting there. Self-belief is something I've realised every champion has. I'm still learning to believe in myself, learning from you, learning from Darren. I mean, Giants Life being what it is now was all about belief, and I'm still learning, and I need to believe in myself. I believe it's going to get better,
I think it'll come naturally, with your natural progression, because if you're not that sort of self-confident person, some people are overconfident and they think they're going to do great and don't do as well as they expect. I find you're playing yourself down quite a bit, but your actual statistics speak for themselves. You deserve to be here, and I think that your confidence will come as your results come, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I agree, definitely. I think one thing, I think from watching you, obviously a few times compete, seeing you training, you've got all the tools there. You're fast, you're strong, you're athletic, you have all those tools. I think once it all clicks in here, we're really going to see the best of you. And obviously, like I said, you've got plenty of time still in the game. You've just got to start to believe that you one day can be that champion.
I mean, training is a different thing. Competing is a different thing. And like I said, I'm still yet to put everything together, believe in myself, and, make it all pay off. Because, of course, the funds, show up just to support us, to make sure everything goes on good. And I'm supposed to, show up at my best, mentally, physically, and everything. And the mental aspect is what I'm still tapping into. I've learned so much this week, better than I've ever done before. And I believe this is really going to carry me through Glasgow.
Great. And you've had a real sort of success story with the Champions League as well. I mean, you're in the lead there, I believe, this year.
Yeah.
And you've had a great few years with those guys, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful to be part of the Champions League. Obviously, being grateful to be in Giants Life. I mean, Champions League happens to be a very brutal competition, different stages. And random
There's
events.
a lot of Champions Leagues, isn't there? There's a hell of a lot of them.
I think it's 16 stages.
Wow.
And
so they keep you busy.
Yeah, it keeps me very busy.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you've always done very well at them, really.
Yeah, I mean, top five until recently in America I came in last.
Right. Okay. And what was that down to then?
I mean, it came down to 4 track pool events, and I'm really bad on track pool, so there was nothing I could do. And deadlift was really good, stones were pretty good, and the kicks were so huge. That was the first time tossing a kick this height through my legs, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it really gave me the shock and the humbleness I needed, because, you know, it's a losing and winning game, but losing shouldn't get into your head. Of course, winning shouldn't get into your head. And it brought me down to the standard I need to go, giving me the fire I needed for Glasgow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you think this Glasgow lineup is? I mean, obviously we've had Luke Richardson come in last minute, Tom Stoltman for the full show last minute.
Yep.
You know, Andre Foytu, great strongman as well, really up and coming. But it's very open, this show.
Luke Richardson, you know, I think that you've been doing a bit of training with him, haven't you? And it's like I don't think anyone really realised what good condition he was back in.
Jesus Christ.
Shocked us all, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even just when he come down here and press that log, I was like, wow, it was just unbelievable.
When he said, I'm thinking about doing Glasgow, I was like, well, okay, I mean, you know, we always try and help everybody out. But I'm like, there's no way he's ready. And then you saw him training, you were like, shit, this guy's like...
I am really personally surprised, because it's the first time I've spent time with him, you know, trying to learn from him, and I saw him do 290 for 10 reps. Never have I seen anyone do that.
Yeah.
So that was when I realised this guy must be really special.
290 for 10 in the
squat? Before on the squats. That's
safety bar squat.
Safety bar squats.
Yeah, which safety bar squat's even harder, isn't it?
I mean, I think it's been probably great for you to come over and do that. I mean, to see, because obviously Luke, he's had his injury issues and everything, but when Luke's on, he's absolutely elite level strongman. Probably for you to learn from him at the stage that you're at now, because Luke's almost had an apprenticeship with strongman, hasn't he? He's been around us so long since he was a boy, and you know he's watched and he's been a great power lifter in the past. I think for you to be around Luke, and obviously me and Darren have been chatting you through our experiences as well, it's probably a good thing for you to have done at this stage where you're at now.
I'm very privileged. It's been a life-changing experience, and I'm looking forward to what the next few years have for me, because what I've learned this time, it's really going to carry me through my whole journey. Learning through the mindset, the way you guys think, the way you guys approach stuff. Because I've always approached stuff with a very calm mentality, but then I have to realize I've already jumped.
Yeah.
And it's time to really, really show what I really got.
Yeah.
Because like Darren said, I do really belong.
Yeah,
I didn't come here by chance. Obviously,
nobody in this. If you look at the whole lineup, like nobody in this lineup, even the lower end guys, and I don't want to start saying the lower end guys are that are doing it, but they've qualified.
Yeah,
and they're there by their own right. And you'll even see them. I think when some of these guys come in for the first time from other shows, they either absolutely knock it out the park because of the situation, or it's sink or swim, basically.
Yeah.
But you know how you perform now, and you know you actually do really well under that sort of pressure and in a competition, you know, and you do well with the speed of our shows as well, because you fit.
Yeah.
And you're not a 200 kilo guy, you know, so you can recover quicker.
I believe what is really going to play to my advantage in Glasgow is the arena. This is going to be my third time going there, so I'm pretty familiar, and you know the people, like I said. The Scottish crowd, there's something unique about them.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
really love the sport. They really give out their heart in the chair for each and every one.
Yeah.
So having that confidence from last year going into this year is something which is really going to be special, and it's really going to push me through this journey.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say too much, but obviously what we've seen you training and all the things you've been doing. There's one event you've got to be looking forward to is that wrecking ball hold.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really looking forward to breaking the world record, which is not going to be easy. Like we said, I need to believe in myself.
Yeah.
It's not to talk big here, but I do think I have what it takes, because Novikov is, you know, he's pretty stout. He's like my feature and
He's
everything.
a similar build to you, yeah. Yeah, which is quite interesting that he's got the world record and you're so good at it as well, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting, like I said, because even Novikov could do this and I can do this as well. That's where the belief should come in. From day in, day out training with working ball, I do realize I do have a special and unique talent for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not too good at a Hercules hold, but a wrecking ball hold is something different.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And I think I do have what it takes. I
think it's less grip, it's more like lactic acid build-up in your hips and your glutes and your quads, you know.
Well, you're a pretty strong deadlifter as well, aren't you?
Yes, please.
And you're pretty good for reps as well.
Yeah.
So you're well conditioned and strong in the right areas, and obviously you obviously have a good grip as well.
I mean, talking of the wrecking ball hold, I remember when you introduced this in Cardiff. Was it Cardiff?
It might have been actually.
Yeah.
I was one of the few first people to do this, and that was my first Giants Live.
Yeah.
I remember doing this with my eyes really bright red.
Yeah.
And I was almost about to pass out, but because I'd done not too good on the deadlift and stuff, I just wanted to prove a point. So I held on so tight, and I told myself I'm not letting go of this. And all I could see was a white light out of the tunnel. And I just had to pass up. But that was one of my most loveliest moments ever competing in strongman, because it showed me that, hey, I really got it.
I actually remember that very clearly, that first show you did for Giants Life at Cardiff, and you come out with so much energy. The crowd went crazy for you because you gave back to them, and I was like, you know what, I think this guy could be a star, and I do believe that you have the physical capability to do that as well.
I was telling Darren, like, the whole running thing was just because I was nervous.
Yeah. I
didn't know what to do. That was my first time, getting out to a big crowd, and I've never done that before. So my legs were really light and I was shaking, and I remember sweating. I was like, what have I gotten myself into? What is happening? So my body just took over and I started sprinting, and the whole crowd was like, way! Yeah. That's when I started playing into it.
You got received so well. So with these events, I mean, there's a couple of moving events in there. You've got the duck walk into drag, which probably the body weight thing doesn't suit you, but I think you can, a lot of the times once you get it moving, the drag is keeping it moving. I think that's the secret, and you're very good at the duck walk, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a very strange event. This is going to be my first time doing it in competition. My inner thigh really hurts so much, basically, because you have the weights really squashing into your thighs. And I've learned so much techniques from Terry and from yourself. I'm looking forward to putting this into play and see what I could have. But I do believe I'm not going to be the slowest, because
I don't think you are.
I'm leaning into it. 250 kilos is going to be pretty. Decent weight for this competition. So
yeah. And then before that, we've got the wheelbarrow load and push, which you've actually done that before, because it's replicated what we did in Cardiff. I know it's a few years ago, but you've actually done it. Yeah. So you've got that confidence, and it's very similar weights.
To be honest, I think the last 60 meters is what is going to make the difference. So we have the 140 kilo sandbag.
Yeah.
Running 20 meters to get it, put in the back and dragging the wheelbarrow is what is going to make a difference. Because the first to implement 100 kilo anvil, 100 kilo tie, each and every athlete could pick it up. But the last 60 meters is going to come down to great determination and who really wants it bad. Yeah. And of course, it's not going to be easy on the posterior chain, the grip. It's a very, demanding event, but I think it's very nice as well for the crowd, for the fans, each and everyone watching it, because I don't enjoy doing it, but after doing it, I do enjoy seeing myself do the event.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange place to be, because you're sort of enjoying it, but then you're sort of in hell as well, so it's a weird one. I think any event's like that. Yeah. It's like after a Max Deli, people go, did you enjoy that? Well, you sort of did enjoy it, but then you're not acting like you enjoy it, are you? So we've also got Max Log, which, you log in your training, I think. Have you done a 190 log?
Yeah, I did 119 training, that was a week before I came over here. And I must confess, this later log is very unique, very different, because it comes with 2 squares and a very round, is it inner surface, so it makes it pretty spherical, not too round, not too perfect, and it comes with a very special technique. It could be overwhelming, because I've done that before. I think I did it in Glasgow. That's 2 years ago. But then again, I only hit the opening at 170. But I do believe I've become more stronger and I have more experience. So looking forward to pressing 190 and plus. If 190 should move perfectly fine, and depending on what the others should do, I think I'm ready for 200.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that'd be a great result. Obviously, there's a guest in there that's not doing the show, but if you can do a 200 in that show, a lot of people say they're going to do 200 and don't, let's be honest. So, but I think if you genuinely can do a 200, it'll put you right up there.
I feel like it's going to depend on what the other athletes bring, because then again, the standard needs to raise. I do remember talking to Terry back in the days, 170 was very unique. Yeah. And actually 190, your max was a 195, which was really impressive.
Not on the log, no. My max was 185 on the log.
That was really impressive back in the days. Yeah. And yours was 195.
192 and a half is the most I ever did.
Exactly.
But that was in the gym. My biggest in competition was 185, so, and not on a wooden log, which can, like you said, it can change things. You see it catches a few guys out. And you've obviously come over, had a go of it, and just tweaked your hand positions a little bit and things like that. They do catch you out a bit on the clean.
Yeah, just a few little movements on those logs. I think they're all a bit different. A lot of people like these huge logs, and I never used to like that.
No.
Because obviously there's not as far to press them, but I used to hate those. I used to feel like too big.
Yeah. You end up leaning really far back as well, don't you? You can't really get much legs into it and stuff like that.
And if the logs are too small, then it causes other problems as well. You can't clean them properly. So I think that the logs that everyone's using, if it was down to me, everyone would just use a Slater-type log. I don't think the world record should be done on any other log. Somehow we got to using metal ones. And I'd like to think, not that it's just up to me, but I'd like to think that all the promoters could get together and say, let's just have. If you're going to do a world record, I think it should be on a Slater type wooden log, because it's called log.
Exactly. Yeah, the clue's in the name.
Yeah, and somehow we went to these metal ones, which is fine. But I really think now the world record, obviously Bibby's got it on a log, and I think a wooden log, and I think really, if it gets broken on a metal one, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me, but maybe that's just my opinion.
Okay,
Be interested to know what everyone thinks about that.
Just to be clear, both of you did yours on a metal log, yeah? Not on a wooden one.
We back then, when it started, World's Strongest Man, it was wooden log, and it was actually very rough cut wooden logs, so they weren't balanced or anything like that. If you look back in the Casimir capes, Singleton days, they were very rough cut. Looked like they were cut with a chainsaw, and I quite like that as well, actually. And some of them still had bark on them.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And then, obviously, because of easiness, we started with a lot of wooden logs, a lot of metal logs, and then it went back into wooden logs, and I do think we should stay with them. It just feels right. But like I said, just my opinion.
But I do understand why the Slater log is pretty special, because you won that challenge that kind of started with this whole pressing thing. Because let's be honest, anyone could go to the gym, load a 200 kilo on the barbell and just press it up.
Not anybody.
I mean,
I definitely couldn't now, that's for sure.
But the challenge of the log is the clean, I do believe, because I was watching a compilation of people pressing last year, and the pressing was pretty easy, but the clean was the hardest. Like talking of Luke Richardson, I remember he started on 170, he being thrown off, coming up to 190 and smashing it. That was very unique. So then again, it comes down to the cleaning, the specialty of the log being the wooden log. You know, the roughness and the dynamics changes everything.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah, definitely. The world record should be on a wooden log to make it really, really specific.
Yeah. Obviously, we've talked about Recce Ball Hold. You know, you're definitely going to put in a good time on that. You're confident on that. You've always done well at it, and you're probably better now than you have been before with the experience. And then we finish on Atlas Stones. How do you feel your Atlas Stones sort of fares against everybody else?
Last year I couldn't finish 200 because I felt like the event before that really burned me out. And I remember having to go against Westawinski. I cleaned it twice, having it on the bottom of the platform and then rolling over. So it was really, really hard for me to see But this year I'm coming for it. I do believe I could confidently load this perfectly fine. But then again, it comes down to like speed and accuracy. So you find the Brits one motion stones, which is very unique. I've been trying to do this, but it's not been working. I'm a fast lap and load guy. So
well, that's what Terry had a really good technique. The heavy stones, I never really saw you.
Never one motion.
They always
it was
touch
slower.
your lap.
Yeah, it was slower for me to. Apart from the really light ones, anything that was sort of like 150 upwards, I'd always lap it. I was actually quicker like that. It wasn't that I couldn't do it. I was just more efficient and faster by quickly lapping, re-gripping, and going again.
I used to anything more than 140, I would just touch it on my lap. But I remember watching you because you got down to this thing where anything over 140, I would properly put it on my lap and go over the top. Whereas you had this real nice thing where you just quickly touch your lap and then get it again. Whereas I used to sit it and go around, whereas you would really get it down to a T. And I've told a lot of people, watch that because it gives you that confidence to get your arms right round it. It gives it a split second where the weight's not just on you all the time.
Well, I mean, you see so many guys with the stones trying to one motion them, and they sort of get above the waist and they're grinding that last bit. If you just take that slight pause in between, it's so much quicker on the second half of the movement.
Well, you get your lats more into it, so you get over the top.
Yeah, and you're so explosive at the bottom if you train correctly. At the bottom of the squat, you can then explode it onto the platform so easily. Get a nice hip drive and.
But don't you think that a lot of the guys, it's so they'll try in one motion, let's say the last two stones, but it's probably the stone second to last that knackers them because they get stuck somewhere here with this one motion, then it goes really slow. Now, the slower it goes, the more energy you use, obviously. And they get to the last one, the back's
Who invented the one motion, basically? Because your platform, the first one is really high. And to be honest, for a guy like me who's 6 foot, trying to one motion that, I'd basically feel at that 120.
Some people, if you look at people like Hatthorne, Tom Stoltman, and I tell you who was really good at one motion and was Eddie. Eddie used to pick him up like he was a forklift truck. He used to just go like that and just pick him up. Eddie Stones were just brute power.
Oh yeah, but he obviously had enough power through his posterior chain to deadlift 500 kilos too.
And how he did stones, probably you'd say, I wouldn't do it like that.
No.
Because he used to just bend down and just literally raw power him up. Whereas if you look at like Tom, he's so long, he gets round him and obviously with how tall you are, you know, the platform doesn't seem as high.
Yeah.
But I think doing the 2 motion thing is the thing to do for you.
Well, you have to play to your strengths.
Fun fact is, in Cardiff, I 1-motioned everything. I didn't know how I did it.
Right.
I had a whistle from you, athletes ready, and I found myself 1-motioning. And after that, I was like, what did I do? But that was a light set of stones.
Yeah.
My Hendrix 180, because we had
so maybe you 1-motion the first few and then lap the last one.
I remember having to go against Gav Bilton, but because I 1-motioned the first one without knowing it was rolling over and I had to catch it and bring it back because it has to stay on the platform.
That's it.
So that's what really, really took some time off me, but I was so surprised watching back. I didn't know what my body did, it just took over. And ever since, I've not been able to 1-motion anything.
Right. I mean, I just think with the 1-motion thing, without going on too much about it, people get into a dick measuring competition about it. Oh, I can 1-motion a 200 stone. It's like, yeah, but other guys can lap and load it faster, so it doesn't win you any points. And that's how you have to sort of almost think about every competition. You're not thinking about doing things to go, oh, I did this and I did that. It's all about accumulating points, and who's got the most points at the end wins the show.
And saving energy, I suppose.
Yeah, that as well.
You know. But so we'll look forward to seeing how you go on this weekend. Try and get you qualified for World's Strongest Man.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
This trip has been mind-opening and has been really intriguing. And obviously, to each and every outcoming strongman out there, you need to believe in yourself. Believe is going to change the world. Believe has moved mountains. Believe has taken man to the moon. And I think I need to say this to myself as well. Believe is going to change my world. Believe is going to change my world. And that's what I'm going to be saying. Going into Glasgow, I need to believe more in myself.
Oh, I mean, we spoke about this, didn't we? It changed my life for the better. I'm sure it changed yours for the better.
Definitely, yeah.
You can be that guy too. And you have all the capabilities. So you just got to keep focused, keep moving forwards, and carry on doing what you need to do.
Well, you're definitely a crowd favourite. The crowd's behind you in Glasgow.
Yeah.
And I just think it'd be nice to see you keep climbing up the ladder a little bit. You know, that's what I see you doing. And if you can get qualified early for World's Strongest Man next year, that's also a great bonus. You can
be lovely.
Just sit back and get ready for that.
Lovely, yeah. I mean, the goal is to come top 10 in World's Strongest Man. That's going to be the ultimate goal, because one of my visions starting Strongman was to put Africa on the map. Obviously, Rina now has made the job easier, which is directing more attention. Jakush Konwenko also qualifying already through the Strongman Open. And Royal Albert was so unique to see, and I do believe, it's my time now, you know. Yeah. And nothing to lose, nothing to gain, more to gain, and just have to go all in.
So do you think things have changed a lot in Africa since Nell won?
I think there's going to be a big transition with strongmen, and that's how I see it, because for a long time it's been in Scandinavia. You have it in the UK now, where the Stones pick up and everything. You have it in North America, the Canadians coming out, you know, Americans coming in. You had the Pijanovsky time where the Polish people took over, or the Baltics, the Balkans.
Yeah.
But I do believe it's time for Africa. Really, it is really time.
Well, I mean, you've
big
got
untapped market, isn't it?
Well, then also look, I mean, Schoonwinkel's doing great. Yeah. You've got obviously yourself. You got Bibby, who's obviously a pressing expert. And then Nell, and who else have you got coming through? I mean,
so we got Kellen Mills. Basically, Africa's Strongest Man is a week after Glasgow, and I'm doing it. The goal of doing it is to promote the whole thingy, and sooner or later that could be a Giants Live qualifier. Fingers crossed.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
And the goal is to put more eyes on Africa, because I do believe we do have a big talent scale, and as the years goes by, we're going to see a big change in.
Well, I mean, you look at all sports. There's a lot of extremely high level athletes of African descent. You know, without being.
Definitely. Yeah.
There's a hell of a lot of them. You know, genetics are off the chart a lot of the time. Yeah. Like yourself, you know, amazing genetics, amazing capabilities to become a top level athlete, and that's such a massive untapped market.
If you told me 2 years ago or 4 years ago, Evans, you're going to be a professional strongman, I would never believe it. I mean, because I was not that big enough. I was not that tall. I'm just 6 foot. But after this trip, I'm getting to believe more and more in myself.
Good.
I mean, I think it was an accident doing this whole thing, because COVID came in. I was like, okay, let's try something up. Just came across your name, and recently I got to realize Darren is a legend.
Yeah.
I really didn't know about his achievements, and that was so.
One of the best pound for pound strongmen ever, no doubt about that.
And the whole formulation of Giants Life coming through a car park because he was injured, trying to find the right fit for World's Strongest Man was just fascinating. And I must admit, I'm still learning. I'm still a kid in the sport, and that's really fascinating.
Well, I mean, it's brilliant that you're willing to learn as well. Some people aren't willing to learn, And I think even on this trip, like I say, with Terry and Luke Richardson and myself, when you've been told something, hopefully you've taken it on board and you learn from it. And they're all little things, but I think they add up to a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like my coach Law says, it comes down to split seconds. Both of you agree as well. And that's what us make champions, you know, and us put people on the podium. It's going to be a beautiful feeling, like getting on that podium, because it's very special. Being on the Giants Live podium with a beautiful trophy, you know, with the lights and everything. There's something beautiful about the Giants Live, the lights. It's really special. And, I mean, this is going to be my 4th Giants Live, and I've always dreamt about it, always closed my eyes, seen myself there. It's going to mean so much to me. I don't care if it's a first, second, or third, but being there, it's going to be like a dream come true, you know. Like a big accomplishment is going to be a start of something new. It's going to be so refreshing. And I mean, all the people who have been there, you've been there yourself, and you being the creator of this, it's a different perspective, you know, seeing people do this, because it means so much to me if I could make this come true. And I do believe if not this time, I still could make it come true one day. I'm just going to keep fighting and keep my head up high.
Well, best of luck. Yeah. Best of luck to you, and we'll.
One thing left to do: go and make it happen.
We'll know. We'll know in a few days, and go all in, and let's see what happens.
Let's go.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks very much. Right, so there are still a few tickets available for Glasgow. If you wanted to come along to it, it's a great event. My favourite arena of the year, actually. And then on top of that, if you can't get there, you can watch it on the live stream on officialstrongman.com. Don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully catch you for the next podcast.
Yeah!